It's interesting to see how they use the clock.
He's trying to think about the game. This is a low-scoring game.
This whole game, it's the 56th play coming up, and the last drive right before took a lot out of you. But this clock is ticking, and in 40 yards, if you can run the ball for 5-6 yards, Spagnuolo knows it. He's going to have to sell out at some point here, possibly give up a touchdown. He has to get behind the chains, killing this ball for 6-7 yards right now. Oh, they got him. They know he's coming on the edge. First and 10. They go away from him. They go to Dana has him at the 35. Spagnuolo's not going down without sending pressure. He knows he has Patrick Mahomes.
Take it all the way down and get a field goal.
Mistake is if he lets this clock be run out and does not allow him to get the ball back. So be aggressive. Come after him. If they score, so be it. But I cannot let them nickel and dime me over and over again. Remember, Kansas City has just 2 timeouts. They took one in the third quarter and going deep in their own territory. And you want to get these guys a break almost right now. Just look at the managers. It is everything. Just look at how they get their stances. It's fine. 2nd and 5. Good leg. Purdy has to
woo! And he caught it.
To bring Kittle down right away. That was pressure from Bolton that broke up that play. Pick up a yard, that's all. Now you got a huge watch right there. Look at this. McDuffie has to play the run. It's a great job by him to be able to make up that ground. That should have been an easy 5 yards. This is your life. I'd take it to the 2-minute warning. I would not run this. I'd try and draw them off sides. Pretend like you're running a play, but don't do it. Don't jump on the sides. Don't jump on the sides, Kansas City.
It's going down to the wire. And it's going down to the wire. Super Bowl 58.
2 minutes to go with a tie game. And the Niners at field goal range at least. Sorry, party's canceled. Waiting on the cable internet guy. Tell him that. First, I had cable, but those cords weren't me. I needed to find new Wi-Fi. And he cried, so he switched to T-Mobile. Their network, just plug it in, and you'll see what I'm feeling. I have Wi-Fi now. Can't stop streaming. Have some ways to chow. I need home internet from T-Mobile to fulfill my life. Yeah, what's up? We have T-Mobile now. Party's back on.
Do it again with your shirt off. You guys.
I am like not feeling these commercials.
For a chance to win stuff from all of the
I'm just not. The only one I like is the little girl ice skating
promo code.
and taking the show to her grandfather.
Pretty much anything.
For goodness, turn the show. I'm not feeling anything else.
Chicken, YouTube TV, Oreo, Duck, Live, Love, I am not going to read all of this. It's a very long promo. Just enter it at this website. Oh, and there's more. It's that time again.
I want my break. This class is past fair. Oh, yeah, I we run our lost roads. It's the champion.
Don't miss the Bud Light post-game celebration coming up after the game, featuring the trophy presentation. We're coming out of the 2-minute warning. The Chiefs have 2 timeouts left. It's a 3rd and 5 for San Francisco. And a first down would mean they would come close to being able to run this down to the very end for a Moody kick to win it. We talk about the moments in your life you're built for. This is called pressure at the highest level in sports right now. For the play caller who's thought of everything studied, he wanted to have everything riveted. You got to put your brain in the mind of Steve Spagnuolo and say, what's he going to do? His DNA is to come after you always in big moments. Make a play call for that. Play the game, third and long 4, and they blitzed, and they forced the incompletion. McDuffie comes in on him and forces that incompletion.
No way.
It never looked like pressure the whole time.
No.
How would you ever think it is? That's why you have to understand the DNA of that guy. I just know, however they look, Spagnuolo's not going down without bringing it, and he does there huge by McDuffie. Now, with the confidence.
He's about to make this field goal. You got it. You got it. Just go straight down the field. Just straight a little to the left. I said he was gonna make it. I said that. I said he's going straight down there. Hey, look, I don't know. See that. Boom.
Could be the kick to win the Super Bowl. Let's get hold on. We got a lot of time left for Mahomes and company. 158. That was absolutely drilled. What a perfect strike. His coach in Michigan, Jim Harbaugh, used to call him Money Moody. A Michigan legend is what he called him. And he was the earliest player drafted since 2016. When the Niners took him at number 99. We've had a number 199 in the draft coming up pretty big. Yeah. Right now we got a number 99 selection. That's given it in the league. Yeah, that was a huge drive. Obviously the tip ball at the end. They had a slant right there. You give yourselves a chance. And Spagnuolo, he knows I'm going to stop you here and you're going to create a big play. But Mahomes has to touch the ball and he gets an opportunity. Got a last moment bit of advice from his coordinator Matt Nagy. Head coach who returned to
He's
Kansas
gonna
City.
hustle.
Coordinator role, and that one is also good. Deep kick.
That's still time though.
Horizon Super Bowl post-game show. Crew is standing by for their take on this game, and so much of what we're going to talk about is going to be happening here in the last 1 minute and 53 seconds.
That could happen. I've seen a lot happen in a little bit of time. They need to not let them get.
He's comfortable in the situation.
He's gonna go up. No overtime.
Toward the sideline and out of bounds at 38. 3 is very different than 4. To Jay's point earlier, how huge that extra point was. When you have under 2 minutes, your mindset is completely different. And with 2 timeouts, you've got all the time in the world. You know you've got the safety net of the field goal. You can be aggressive, but you don't have to push it. If it's not there, you can throw it away, or you can check it down right now. This play was not a first down, so now Mahomes Kelsey short of I didn't say that one. Here it is. They run him to the 49-yard line. And there's a ton of time in right now. That's what you do at the 50-yard line. Way too easy, but not really. You're not giving up a touchdown. It's really a cat and game. How aggressive. See how deep these guys are, Jim? First and 10 throw. Watson in the field to play. They're trying to strip it. He holds on. They're already basically in to go. That's why you have all the time in the world. He knows that. The biggest thing is you can't give up these little throws. I'd be a little more aggressive. Get one guy back. Play man to man. No zone. Good job, man. Second and 2. Mahomes off his back foot. Throws it in the direction of Watson. You're not going to beat a Brady or Mahomes giving up soft zones. He's going to see them before you even decide to go there. You got to get up and trust your guys and hope they can handle the one-on-one matchup. Big call coming in from Steve Wilkes. Third down. Third and 2. This is crazy. There's so many mutations here, Jim. You go for left right. You got Bucker. He can make it. But it's a really long kick, and it's a Super Bowl line. It would be 61 from here.
We can go for third and 6.
Third and 2. Next time they did this, they ended up sending one guy inside, one outside. We're going to dump it up. McKinnon
You got it.
has the first down for the 49er. That should be a timeout. I can't say
39 seconds.
Expected them to go against themselves and pressure. Just watch. You're going to see the pressure.
39
seconds. When
segundos.
that pressures an area, Jim, you just throw it to that area, he leaves. And that's what they did with the screen. So the Chiefs have one timeout remaining. All Purdy and
Ooh, this is
Kansas City. And he touched that time. The Chiefs can win it with a touchdown. This is right now. You know you've got a field goal, right? Or at least you expect this great kicker to make it. So you know that. So you don't put the ball in harm's way. You have a timeout, so you've got plenty of time. So you take whatever the defense gives you. If I'm on defense, Chip, at this point, I'm not aggressive anymore. I'm actually protecting, not the end zone right now, but I am allowing you to get a 5-yard pass or a 6-yard pass and let this thing trickle down while you're at the 20 for one shot at it. But do not allow them to get a shot at the end zone or even something. That's it. And a slot to the right. They put a couple of seconds back in the clock. 30 seconds.
First and 10 with 40 seconds.
Here's Mahomes. Take off, and only going to move to 33. Armstead got him. This is really.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Still kicking.
Long time. Pacheco to get back to the line. He's not going to spike it. He's going to throw it with 16 seconds. If you spike it, you'd add another probably 15 seconds. To me, right there, at least 10. I mean, that was a huge mistake by Mahomes to run that ball up the middle without knowing for sure you were going to get at least 10 yards. Because now you have one timeout. You're not going to allow them to get to the end zone. You're allowing them to have a kick at it. Protect the football, Mahomes. If you get some look on the sideline on the deep out, Jim, something that has him blocking out, something out here, put a guy in the flat, read high low. Boom, boom. He's starting to tell it with 9 seconds to go. We got an injured defender. This was on the best linebacker, one of them in the game. Watch the move, outside and in. He pretended to go in first, which made Warner feel like he's coming back out. Travis Kelce has put this team on his back with huge plays in the playoffs. None bigger than this one and his speed. He's incredible, Jim. Picks up 22 yards. The ball is spotted at the 11. You still have Brown down. Jair Brown is down. You've still got a play, maybe even 2 cracks at the end zone now with the timeout. There's so many permutations here. You clearly do not now. If anybody out there is wondering, you got 9 seconds to go. Yes, you've got 1 crack at it for sure if you can get it. I would be looking for a fade quickly, a back shoulder with 4, that only takes 3 seconds, so you can do it twice. But for sure, you got 1 crack at the end zone. I mean, this is the Chiefs in a nutshell.
Go for the field goal. Oh, crazy.
Just systematic.
That shouldn't even be a second thought.
The defense gives you. Patrick Mahomes is
Go for the field
the game now. Wow, this is the
Tie
moment.
it up.
Well, they're going to have a sub in for their starting safety Brown. It'll be George Ogle coming in. They've added another second here, Tony, to 10 seconds. That's huge, honestly, because you can easily run a 3 or 4 second play, but at 9, if you get at 5, you really can't run another. If you have 6 seconds, you feel comfortable taking another crack at it. I mean, honestly, you can spread them out.
No. Don't do it.
Run a quarterback draw, like some quick handoff, quick hitter. If you wanted to, they're not going to do that. They're going across the country. Shades of the finish for New England, Seattle. Coming down to the last plays. Snap. That was smart. See how quick he got rid of it? Guess how much time he gave himself? I only got 4 seconds out of that play. That's tight, though. 6. If he had 7, I'd do it. I'd kick it now. Don't take your time.
They are going to bring him out. With 6 seconds
Well,
to
of
go.
course.
They tried to run the same thing they ran against Baltimore and then throw it back shoulder. Take us away, Jimmy.
Well, this is going to be 29 yards. This to send the game.
No way it ends like this, does it?
To overtime. Walker's kick is good.
Just want you to feel it for a second.
I think everybody's felt it.
He's too good. He ain't missing that one.
His 4th field goal of the game. 19-19.
Going on. Rice thought he was open.
Which was this missed PAT. A lot of things have happened since this point, but it did change the strategy of the rest of the 4th quarter.
No question. And every play.
There's been one overtime game in the history of the Super Bowl. And Kyle Shanahan was in that game as the offensive coordinator for the Atlanta Falcons. The Patriots stormed back from 28-3 down. Took the first possession of the overtime, went down and won it. Rules have changed. Overtime rules have changed since that.
That's true.
In the postseason.
Well, I mean, 2 huge drives by the quarterbacks on both teams to give their team, first Purdy gives his team a 3-point lead, and then Mahomes just does what Mahomes does, right? You expected that almost, which is why them getting that 3rd down could ran the clock out.
They might put it on the ground, but instead they go with the touchback.
I wouldn't want my special teams. I just want to say, go ahead. You want to throw it from the 20, 25 to the end zone? Fire away.
Here was that play that they ran 10 seconds to go.
Right there. He's going to catch that and possibly split the middle. If not, you have the timeout. But that was why Rice came to the sideline being like, hey, I could have won the Super Bowl. I was there. I could have won.
I had it. Okay. What's up? How about a little overtime from Las Vegas?
Wouldn't expect any different. Purdy poised, showing you how good this Mr. Not, they call him irrelevant last week. He's not irrelevant. Not irrelevant? No.
I think you got it. I think what you mean. But this will be the first postseason overtime game under the new rules, which were changed after the Chiefs beat the Bills back on. First one in 28 games. And, Gene, we might as well have you walk us through it, babe.
Yeah, we basically start a new game now. Each team's going to get the timeouts. They will also both get an opportunity to possess the football, even if the first possession is a touchdown, right? The only difference we really have right now is that 4th quarter timing, and all reviews are going to be initiated from upstairs. So there'll be no challenges right now. But in essence, a new football game. Good job, gentlemen. We're going to play overtime. Playoff overtime, we're going to start a new game. All replays are upstairs. Everybody will have 3 timeouts. All right? Both teams will have an opportunity to score, or have an opportunity to possess. What did you call? You called tails again. It is tails. You want the ball? Which way do you want to kick? San Francisco will receive first in overtime. Good luck, gentlemen.
I like the way Bill Zennick said that.
Yes.
We're going to start a new game.
Yeah.
I didn't know we signed up for 2, but we'll take it.
The intensity, that's at the highest.
Off the charts. Overtime coming up. Play. This is not a watch party. Watch party? You said party. I said party party. Let's check the replay.
This What Really Happened replay is brought to you by Progressive. One thing no one would challenge, protecting your home and auto with Progressive.
My bad. Should I pull forward a touch?
Hope he's got Progressive.
Discover customer service. This is Maya.
Oh, hi, Maya. You robots are sounding more human every day.
Oh, I am human.
Yes, it's like I'm talking to a human.
At Discover, everyone can talk to a human representative.
All right, prove it.
Wait, are you a robot?
Oh. How would I prove that I'm not?
24/7 US-based customer service.
Do you feel like a robot?
It pays to Discover.
Gum.
One small ember can burn down everything. Are you ready? Monkey Man. Only in theaters April 5th. We are back with overtime coming up in Super Bowl 58. You might be wondering, just strategically, since each team is guaranteed a possession, do you want the football first?
It's a very tough one because I'd be like, well, I want to be able to go for it on fourth down and know what it is, right? If I have to score or get a field goal, that's an advantage. However, if my defense is very tired and I just got off the field, I might want to give them a break. Those are the things that you're thinking in that moment. There's no conditions indoors that matter.
Hello.
Force them to start from the 25.
Thought your last drive was big?
Yeah.
He's done it in the playoffs, back-to-back game. Boy, he's shown he can do it. Can he do it a third time?
You saw it. His only other career overtime game was in this very stadium on New Year's Day a year ago.
You got to get your best players to football. If you're trying to win the Super Bowl, if you're going down, McCaffrey, Kittle, Tebow's moving up, quick screen.
Tebow 5 yards off time on the snap. It here's Purdy's pass. Almost intercepted, was it? Oh, bounced around. Bolton has it in his hands.
The Chiefs players aren't all jumping up and down.
They know it.
Oh no, they're not all like.
Last year in the Super Bowl against Philadelphia, coming close to making another gigantic play.
Going that way.
This is a very,
No, wait.
I mean, that's a great throw in that spot. The price of the yards.
No,
That
it's us.
could have ended the game right there because Bucker's making that kick.
It's right there for the taking.
You're going to get man-to-man, and you're going to get outside leverage, so you're going to have guys help. One safety here, another one's going to be a red player inside. They're all going to force him here. Someone's got to figure out how to win inside and across the field.
What? On the play.
I'll start. Office number 11. 5-yard penalty.
You stop.
Second out.
Ayuk will take back to a 2nd and
Come
15.
on now.
Well,
Stop
it's
that.
genius,
What the
buddy.
heck?
Snead on the other side is guarding him. He moves like he's going to, press jam him right away, and he falls for it. Snead has turned into an incredible corner.
4 false starts today for the Niners.
Watch him move. He's going to pretend like and that's what he felt.
2nd and 15. As Debo looks back for it, and an underhand toss it to McCaffrey. And Chris Jones was right there, trying to duck under him, but got only 2. Now you've got 3rd and long coming up for the 49ers.
Why you
They had a
keep
great
coming
play
over
design
here?
on the difference, though, is Chris Jones.
No.
They're so tired up there that he never moves up to a spot that allows him. And now he knows this is Chris Jones' time right here. This is hard, Tim, because I'm always like, you got to protect the ball. You got to be smart. Not here. You got Mahomes on the other side. I'm being aggressive. Buy time and fire something in with the Super Bowl in the line, Birdie.
Let's see what Spags is here. They got to get up to the 35 for the first. As Purdy takes it, drops back, throws, not down. It just came out of his hand, I think, a little awkwardly. As it was moving
Well, there's a penalty on the Chiefs. I think they were holding it. Looked like no one could tell.
There's a flag down at the 38-yard line.
That's a huge difference from punting or getting a first down for the Super Bowl.
called the incomplete pass. Prior to the pass, holding. Defense number 22. 5-yard penalty. They got the first team All-Pro corner, McDuffie, and that takes the Niners out of a punting situation.
And guess who it is that got it? Jennings, who's having the game of his life and creating that move to get McDuffie off balance is why. And that's a good call right there.
The first penalty on the Chiefs since the second quarter. And Gene, you can't quibble with that call.
No, you can't, Jim. That's a great inside release by Jennings, and he got out.
At the 27.
Three passes there.
There it is. We toss it. McCaffrey looking and tackled down after about 3, maybe 4.
It's so hard to stay committed, especially in these big moments, to running a football, Jim, because you know if defenders want to just bring it, they can all just bring it, and they can actually make it very difficult on you. So you're trying to block them, they go around, get through you. It's effort. And but you got to do it. I don't know why. It just feels like they're just a little tired. And do something similar. Get it outside. Jet sweep. Something moving out.
And you see that compact, congested offensive front on 2nd and 7. And it's going to McCaffrey again. He's 3 yards short of the first.
Exactly right there.
Tranquil, one of those in on the tackle. And by the way, Kittle's been out, and he's going in to the locker room. Big weapon to lose at this point. My goodness.
I mean, that changes how I call it on defense. Now, on this one, it's short yardage. 3rd and 2. I'm in 4-down territory on offense. As long as I don't lose yards, I'm going for it. I'm not letting Mahomes dictate to me 100%. Andy Reid, Kyle Shanahan
Comes in for Kittle. And up on the near side, 3rd and 2. As Beauty flings it, got the first. IU.
This is one of the best route runners I've told you over and over. With the motions that Kyle Shanahan is creating, the stack, he's creating my best route runner on a safety, Mike Edwards. He doesn't have to go against Snead or McDuffie. That has been such a secret to this game. Unbelievable by Kyle Shanahan to get that advantage.
3rd catch for IU. 11 yards for number 11. Now they have the football at the 46. Back to McCaffrey. He's still driving right to midfield. Evan Washburn, to you.
Jim, it's a shoulder injury for George Kittle. He remains in the locker room. Right shoulder injury for George Kittle, guys.
Again, Shanahan trying to deliver this franchise. They're tying 6 Super Bowl victories to tie Pittsburgh and New England for the most. It'll be the first in 28 years. John Purdy watching his son. He's going to close his eyes.
Nervous than Purdy at Broncos. It's too much almost. He's got to close his eyes.
2nd and 6. The son in trouble. Flings it to McCaffrey. It gets past Edwards. Snead.
What a play. I know when we started this week, you heard me talk about Brock. We heard about game manager said, watch his spatial awareness. His ability to use leverage and to get places and get through progressions as fast as anyone in the National Football League. None bigger in his entire life than that right there, Jim.
Look who's back. Kittle. He's trying to let everybody know he wants to play.
It's time to play the rest of this year left.
It's the longest play of the game for the 49ers. 24 yards back to McCaffrey. McCaffrey picking up another chunk to around the 18. Conley throwing a big one.
I can remember all those years that Terrell Davis toss that Mike Shanahan, the dad of Kyle Shanahan, would run. Instead of just handing off the zone, it's a toss, similar like that, and they would wear opponents down, and they would go to it late. Happening here today.
This drive's taken over 5 minutes.
The defense has got the best.
Mitchell is the running back on 2nd and 2. Mitchell going to the outside with the square and got first. Got a flag down. Number 9. 10-yard penalty. Second down. One of the backup tight ends, Willis, was called for this. As Kittle comes back.
Yeah, I was going to say, he wishes he was in the play before because
no kidding.
Willis wouldn't have been in. It would have been Werner and Kittle. And right there, that's as costly a penalty as you can have when you get a holding. And that's the guy in for Kittle.
Wow. Yeah, this penalty will force the Niners to retreat to nearly the 29-yard line.
Oh, this is a good game.
19-19. 19 is usually a pretty winning hand here in this city, but tonight it only played the time.
It's to bust and get 22. Yeah, that's right. You got to lay it on the line right now.
It's to win. Trying to settle the push. Second 12. That time we're going to have to go outside. Now throws.
Ballback who gets away on the edge from Snead, by the way, who's guarding him man to man.
Oh, he didn't take it to the ground, Gene.
Yeah, Jim, what I'm looking at is he's going to the ground as he possesses. Now what you've got to look at is he takes 2 steps. Is the reaching for the first down considered the football move? If it is, then it's not incomplete. That's how they ruled that. And let's check the reviews are upstairs.
And then they're going to stop play and look at it again. 13 yards picked up in 2nd and 12. And they got a new set of downs. McCaffrey back in. McCaffrey driving. He's down to the 8.
Staying committed to the run has been the difference here and having like one play. And let's go back to Purdy for a second, Jim. That was all Brock Purdy getting that ball. And then Juszczyk finishing it off. But Gino, you know this. Once he created the football move with the 2, then it's okay.
Exactly.
I felt like he had the possession, he was doing it.
And that's the way that move's got expanded over the years now.
The
That's
Desmond
exactly
Wright
right.
play was semi-similar to this one. He had even longer years of both catches. It doesn't.
2nd and 4. From the 9. And McCaffrey again. Oh, this time they're waiting for it, Tony.
Yeah, if you stand up right there by Kansas City, you had to have it as you've been getting worn down. You got to put the onus on Brock Purdy. And a 3rd down here.
A drive that has taken 7 minutes.
So you're going to kick a field goal most likely if you don't get any yards, okay? I'm not saying that's the right thing to do yet. Deal with that when it comes. But this is it. 3rd and 4. Use your legs. You saw him use it earlier with that spatial awareness. But you've got to go ahead and get a motion to get your best players off of their best players. And right now, your 2 best defenders are guarding your 2 best wide receivers.
McCaffrey in motion. They fake the handoff to him. Chiefs in on Purdy so fast he had to just unload it. So the drive stalls at the Chiefs' 5-yard line. It was Chris Jones who really broke up the play, wrecked it.
I want you to watch him. This is for
Get
the
the
Super
field
Bowl.
goal. Just get the
Chris
field
Jones
goal.
comes through. Watch on the ball. Jennings wins for the Super Bowl right down there. But there's no time because Chris
Just
Jones
go for the
does it
field
again like he did to Josh Allen in the divisional.
Got a short field goal attempt coming
goal.
for Moody.
Get the field goal.
Again, doesn't win it. The Chiefs get a possession. This is 27 yards. He's made 2 from outside 50 today. This is half that distance. From 27 yards, he makes it. 22-19. Niners will kick the football to Mahomes and company when they come back to Las Vegas.
You have never faced anything like this. The chameleon is the
No
power
time
of
for
all my old
time.
nemesis. Nemesis?
Life to get an army of the best crooks and criminals.
Oh, you're adorable.
Violence makes our tummies tingle.
It's disturbing, but it's awesome. We take down the chameleon together. Oh. Kung Fu Panda 4 will feature in theaters March 8th.
Thank you, Agent State Farm.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Cut. Hey, Arnold, I'm hearing neighbor.
It's neighbor.
Let's
That's what I said. Neighbor. Make a good neighbor. State Farm is there. Cut. Neighbor. Still no. Neighbor. Neighbor. Get me under this chopper. Neighbor. State Farm is there. Cut.
So now it's Kansas
No.
City's turn, and again, just to refresh your memory on these rules, the
I
first
am
ever
up.
season game with the postseason overtime. Teams, they get a chance now. Go down and kick a field goal. The game continues. If they're stopped, the game is over. They can win it with a touchdown. Chris McCaffrey did a lot of work on that drive that lasted over half a quarter, but again, ended at the 5. They got a field goal. Rudy drives that one deep and through the back of the end zone. So here you go, Tony. Touchdown drive with the Super Bowl. You know, they say generation is 20 years. It's been 20 years. 20 years? 20 years. I didn't know that. That's a generation. It's been 20 years since the Patriots went back to back. And the Chiefs can accomplish that if they can go 75 yards and score a touchdown and win the game.
When you have the right guy to do it. The last time they did it, his name was Tom Brady. The next guy with the opportunity, that's Mahomes.
First play for them goes to Pacheco for 3 yards. Again, a defensive stop or a turnover
Ends the game. And this is the advantage we talked about. Why going second helps. You get that extra down, knowing what you might have to do, right? They go for it on a 4th down if it's right here. You wouldn't if you got the ball first.
Exactly. Second and 8. Open. It's Rice holding on to it with 2 hands smartly. He's a yard short.
Yeah, I thought they'd done a great job. This is very similar, different, just in a subtle way to the end of the 4th quarter, but you cannot be that safe. Get up there. That's going to be 4th down.
That's going to be 4th down, and it comes down to this play. Hargrave and others were there to clog the middle.
Here we go. This is for the Super Bowl. Someone's got to take a timeout. You can't just sit here and do this.
Well, you got 3 each.
Someone's taking a timeout. No way.
The link
Andy will do it.
Someone will take it up. Keep this game going.
Andy's got to call time.
This is a timeout called. Here is that previous play with Pacheco.
And they tried to get on the ball. As soon as you try and get on the ball quickly, you know on these short yardage situations that you're like, they just want to hurry up and get the 1st down. That's why everyone loads up, and Hargrave with a huge finish for this game.
You see the way he just grabbed him correct out, threw him back. All right. Well, you've worked out since July. You've run play after play, and now you got to come up with a play to pick up a foot to keep your season going.
Purdy's face. The hardest thing is when it's out of your control. You got to stand there on the sideline and trust your teammates and say, come on, for your future, for everything. Please, just do it for me. And the problem is you're like, I really wish Patrick Mahomes wasn't over here. And it's 4th and 1 for the Super Bowl for the Niners. Mahomes.
McKinnon comes out, and Pacheco comes in. They're going to attack it from out of the shotgun with the game on the line.
Jump off sides first.
Mahomes has it. He's easily going to get the first.
Do you really think that you would ever, with the Super Bowl on the line, just say, Patrick, give it to somebody else? He is going to have a 2-way run. He's the running back always under a 4th down situation at the end in a pivotal game, a win or go home. Do not ever fall for the running play on a 4th down ever again.
And just in case he had the guy that he calls a brother, Kelsey, in front to block and clear the way. 1st down for Kansas City.
They are the special as it gets.
Another low snap. Pass complete. And that's Valdez. Oh, man, he's going to lose yardage.
Yeah. They took him wet. After you lost 5.
He could have kind of gone down, am I right? At the first time he was
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Right there,
Terry,
if
after
you
the 5 or 6 yard gain, if he goes down there, but once he disengages, forward progress is over now. Now he's got to create and try to get what he can get.
Yes. Patrick can't believe it. It's a loss of 4.
Chris can't believe he didn't go down. Some of the teammates say, "What are you doing?" This puts him behind the sticks, but 5 guys back here, it's a little safe. They can get something little right away, right in front.
They take advantage of that, Tony. They saw what you saw, and they go right back to Valdez Scantling.
That gets you in a manageable situation, but it's really not a third and manageable. You're automatically in 4-down territory, so you don't need to feel. If I'm calling it in, the quarterback, I'm telling him, hey, if you get 2 yards, 4 yards, 5 yards, take what they give you. Aggressively take what the defense gives you. Do not have to get the first down on this play.
Holmes goes over 300 yards with that completion. He's got a 3rd and 6.
They come after him. When they've been up in here, I expect them to drop out this time. Oh, they should have been.
Then he goes. Rice has the first down. And he's out of bounds at the 40.
I don't know why you do it. I love the idea of putting them all up in there and pretending. But why? Mahomes can feel he's played long enough now. He's going to rip people off to get the leverage when he wants it. And Mahomes showing why he's so hard to beat. You had a 2nd and long, a 3rd and long. He erased that in a second.
So they erase, in fact, the 2nd and 14, 2 plays. So they've converted a 4th and 1 and a 3rd and 7, and they keep on going. Heaving it to the end zone. Set is Pacheco. 4.
That was some effort.
That throw deep.
That was
There's a
some
good chance
effort.
that would have been intercepted. And he has played so clean, other than the one mistake today in this entire playoffs. He's gone 7 games, Jim, in the postseason without throwing an interception. I mean, it's been incredible. 7 straight postseason games for ITs until today.
So the one by Brown in the first drive of the 3rd quarter.
And so he's taken that right back to that approach. That was smart.
2nd and 6. Hardman's in the game at the top. He had that deep pass earlier in the game. Timeout called.
5 guys up there, Jim. All the way back there as if you got an extra. I think Kyle didn't like it. He goes, no offense. This is where he's to go cover 0 because you feel like we got to come after him here. Give me a different play. That's why he did it. And I agree. I'm not doing that right there. It's too easy to see pre-snap.
How scary is it to be that defense and to know if you surrender these last 37 yards, it's a season ender for them and a Super Bowl title for Kansas City.
It's as big a call as you're going to get, and I can promise you, this is not just Steve Wilkes, who's called an incredible game. But this is the Kyle Shanahan call right with him. He called timeout, to tell Steve, I want this or do this, or what do you like? And Steve goes, this? Okay, I love it. Let's go. Kyle's not letting this go away after a timeout without him having a major impact on this game.
2nd and 6 from the 37 of the 49ers. Set up a screen for Pacheco. Pacheco is ridden down by Warner. Boy, Warner jumped right on him. They're going to mark him about half foot short.
If this was not for Fred Warner, this might be a touchdown. That's a great play call because Andy Reid is calling it for a blitz. Warner's instincts save it. Here we go. Oh, 3rd and short.
Into short.
I don't know. That was close. I thought he might have had it right there, right?
That was pretty good right there.
That's why I thought it was.
3rd and a football.
Not a big deal now unless you don't get it.
Hines cradles it and goes down to the 13-yard line.
Cut the tension with a knife on everywhere to this, both sides of the ball. But I can tell you right now, watch Mahomes. He looks left, looks right, and the rhythm of that is so hard because you're not spying on him because he just sprinkles it in for time. But he knows how to win the game. He knows when to be aggressive and not to be. He's made one mistake in the entire playoffs. That was today. He won't do that again.
He's got 3 tight ends. 1st and 10 from the 13. It's Pacheco. Down to the 10. Niners have to guard these last 10 yards with their life.
Really?
Steve Wilkes, who's called such a great game defensively, having to go against Mahomes, the most unenviable task. When Mahomes knows what he must do. 2nd and 7. 10 yards from the win. Mahomes throws it to Kelsey in the middle of the field. Kelsey still on his feet, and I believe he's going to have the 1st and goal to go. There's a lot of traffic around that football.
I mean, this is an Andy Reid drive special. And the reason for everyone at home why not taking a timeout, just so everyone knows, is because it's just the first quarter in overtime. That's how you have to think of it, okay? We're not taking them out because we don't just say at 0, we end the game. It's the end of the first quarter, and you move to the second quarter. That's right, because I can only feel the number of people out there being like, what's going on?
1st and goal. Mahomes flings it. It's there! Kansas City!
Wow.
And this was the Andy Reid special. This was the Andy Reid special. We talked about he was saving all day. He's going to fake a motion to go across. And at that moment, he turns and goes back Hardman, who they didn't have, right? And they go get Hardman and bring him back. Game-winning drive of Mahomes' career. He's been waiting for his one Super Bowl. He's never had it. And in overtime, he is the best. He is the standard. Michael Jordan wins it again.
Andy wants to save his remarks for the victory platform. The 7th longest game in the history of the NFL. Memorable ones as well. And the Chiefs, you're going to hear a lot about it. You might as well say it right now. They have their dynasty.
Yes. They absolutely do.
Tracy, down to you.
Patrick, back-to-back Super Bowls for the first time in 20 years. 3 in 5 years. I can see it with your celebration. How meaningful is this one to you?
It means a ton. Just the adversity we dealt with this year, and to come through, the guys never faltered. I was gonna give God the glory, man. He challenged us to make us better, and I'm proud of my guys, man. This is awesome. It's legendary.
Tell us what happened on that final touchdown. What was the call?
The call is different, but it's like the same exact motion as corn dog. And we brought it back at the right time. Coach Reed's he's a legend, man. He'll do that. And I'm McCall Hardman, man. Battle through adversity this year, give me the moment, and making that play that's special.
So is it a dynasty now?
Yeah, it's the start of one. We're not done. I know we're going to celebrate tonight.
Go enjoy it. Congratulations.
With the touchdown pass, Mahomes ends up with 333 yards. Why is that significant? The stadium's address is 3333 Al Davis Way. He's never lost in this building. And they win it by 3 on this touchdown throw to McCole Hardman.
An incredible call. What they did, Andy Reid right here, and Mahomes' eyes holding people inside. You cannot look at Mahomes' eyes. Watch this right here. Pause that. Right there. See this motion? As soon as that happens, Ward's eyes go to the next guy inside. And at that point, he's out leveraged. You have to time that motion perfectly.
Right back.
That was a perfect call, and Mahomes looking inside. It's so hard to beat those guys, and the Niners wins are good, but the Chiefs are the standard. It takes everything. You got to go take it. That's why I said he might need to go for it on that 4th and 4.
So we have our first back-to-back champion since the Patriots back in 03-04. You know, when we were talking this week, we had Kelsey and Mahomes together at our production meeting, and they said, if we win this one, trust me, we're talking about 3-peat around here. They know history, they know legacy, and there's more they want to achieve. You can hear that in the comments by Patrick to Tracy just a moment ago.
Do you remember when I asked? Because I knew this as a player. When I played, Jim, the one thing you want is to do something no one's ever done before. No one's ever gone perfect. Oh, nope, the Dolphins did it. Has anybody ever had 3 in a row? 3 Super Bowls. Nobody ever. Once you get 2, it's possible. Now that you get to do something historic, like you said.
Mahomes undoubtedly is going to be the MVP for the 3rd time at the Super Bowl. Tom Brady the most with 5. Mahomes now joins Montana with the 2nd most with 3.
What a game, Parker. I loved it being with you.
Just an awesome time.
Great season.
Love this. Love you, pal. Love you. Heartbreak again in the Super Bowl for Shanahan and the Niners. The Chiefs beat both number 1 seeds in the postseason, Baltimore and San Francisco, and they are the Super Bowl champions. Coming up, the Verizon Super Bowl postgame show and the presentation of the Vince Trophy. You have been watching Super Bowl 58. We'll join James Brown right after this. Kansas City is the world champion again.
All right, interesting game. Thanks for hanging out.